Well, the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos, Switzerland is over. They're packing up their propaganda, taking down their Disneyland fake sets. You know, the whole town has turned into a kind of Potemkin village, like a movie set, but that's gone now. It's just a ski town in the Swiss Alps again. It would be lovely to come here on vacation. I mean, it's a little bit far away, but it's delightful. They make it hard to get here. They book up all the hotels in town, so people like us, unaccredited, unofficial journalists, have a tough time getting in. There are hundreds of journalists at the World Economic Forum, but they're all insiders. They're part of it. They're there to get their new message track, their narrative, and go out and propagate it. No one's there to do accountability journalism except for us. And boy, did we do it. We did over 24 videos over the course of the week, including the most successful video Rebel News has ever published. This interaction, I won't even call it an interview, this walking scrum with Albert Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer. It's only 3 minutes, but it's been seen 10 million times between Twitter, Rumble, and the other platforms it's been bootlegged on. I've seen versions of this translated into French, German, Hebrew, Japanese. It's everywhere. Here, I'll show it to you because it's only 3 minutes long. Mr. Bourla, can I ask you, when did you know that the vaccines didn't stop transmission? How long did you know that without saying it publicly?
Thank you very much.
Why won't you answer that question? I mean, we now know that the vaccines didn't stop transmission, but why did you keep it secret? You said it was 100% effective, then 90%, then 80%, then 70%. But we now know that the vaccines do not stop transmission. Why did you keep that secret?
Have a nice day.
I won't have a nice day until I know the answer. Why did you keep it a secret that your vaccine did not stop transmission?
Is it time to apologise to the world, sir? To give refunds back to the countries that poured all their money into your vaccine that doesn't work, your ineffective vaccine?
Can you have a little bit around?
Are you not ashamed of what you've done in the last couple of years?
Do you have any apologies to the public, sir?
Are you proud of it? You've made millions on the backs of people's entire livelihoods. How does that feel to walk the streets as a millionaire on the backs of the regular person at home in Australia, in England, in Canada?
What do you think about on your yacht, sir? What do you think about on your private jet? Are you worried about product liability? Are you worried about myocarditis?
What about the sudden deaths?
What do you have to say about young men dropping dead of heart attacks every day? Why won't you answer these basic questions? No apology, sir.
Do you think you should be charged criminally for some of the criminal behaviour you've obviously been a part of?
How much money have you personally made off the vaccine?
How many boosters do you think it'll take for you to be happy enough with your earnings? Nothing?
Who did you meet with here in secret? Will you disclose who you met with? Who did you pay commissions to? In the past, Pfizer has paid $2.3 billion in fines for deceptive marketing. Have you engaged in that same conduct again? Are you under investigation like you were before for your deceptive marketing, sir?
If any other product in the world doesn't work as promised, you get a refund. Should you not refund to countries that laid out billions for your ineffective vaccine?
Are you used to only sympathetic media, so you don't know how to answer any questions?
Is that it? Shame on you, sir.
Shame on you. Millions of people around the the world really resonated with that. For 2 years, they've been shaking their fists at their TV while journalists lob softball questions to Albert Bourla. I'm not saying my questions or Avi's questions were perfect. We had to come up with them literally on the fly. We had only moments to think about them, but I think we put some good questions to him, and his haughty non-answers, I think, told the story. And then amazingly, the very next day, we encountered Greta Thunberg, the child prophet who's actually 20 years old. The child actor is what I call her. That was a 20-minute walk and talk interview. I won't show you all 20 minutes, but here's a couple of highlights from it. Greta, how many times did you rehearse your arrest at the German coal mine? How many times did you rehearse it? Because it looks staged. Is it true? You never protest Saudi Arabia or Russia. You only protest Western energy. Why have you never criticized Vladimir Putin or OPEC?
Yeah, I've never done that. Never, ever.
Will you do so now? Will you condemn OPEC energy? Why won't you condemn private jets? Have you ever been on a private jet even once?
I own 100 private jets.
Well, have you been on, how about once? Have you ever been on a private jet?
All the time, yes.
I wonder why you won't answer me in a straight answer.
Can you tell us who you're having talks to? No.
Why are you having secret meetings? Let's get back to those private meetings. Why are you having private meetings? Secret meetings. Who are they having secret meetings with?
Come on, you let other people ask questions. Yes, please. We have enough. You believe them? It's free speech, isn't it?
In addition to scrumming VVIPs like that, we did some other journalism too. We went into some of the pavilions. We talked to people who didn't run away from us. Here's a few highlights of that. So Klaus Schwab himself could be deauthorized if he tests positive.
That's correct.
Wow, it's a very powerful control that you're perhaps one of the most powerful people here. I mean, you just are such a friendly face. I thought I'd say hi. We walked in earlier. I mean, the doors open. We saw people coming and going. They are extremely secretive, as is all of Davos.
Patrick, can someone help, please?
Help what? Hi. Hi. I don't know. I'm shocked she won't talk to me. I don't understand. Okay. Well, the door was open. Well, I want to understand what BlackRock's doing. I mean, you got your big black vehicles here. Larry Fink's on the board. So what are you guys here to do?
So I need to go. You approached me, so you're forcing me to go.
Okay, where are you going? Where are you going? Are there any advocates or activists for Russia here?
No, of course not. The Russians are forbidden here.
Okay, when you say of course not, have they been banned or something, or they just don't show up?
As you know that... okay, I'm sorry, because Russians are not welcome here.
All in all, I think it was a very successful trip, not just measured by view count, but the fact that we were asking contrarian questions, skeptical questions, which I think is the root of real journalism. What a difference from the official snobby propaganda class. You know, one of the most telling moments for me was when we were asking Greta Thunberg questions and other journalists in the press pack either heckled us, told us to stop, or answered the questions for her. Here's just a taste of that. He's answering for you. Come on, he's answering for you. He said you had an agency.
Sometimes I wish I had one. It would be much simpler then.
Well, who was filming you then?
For black people.
I don't know media.
You don't know who was filming you in Germany?
He's saving that
He said he knows. He says it was an agency.
News agency, you idiot.
Exactly.
We all are.
Greta, maybe you want to talk to a real journalist. What did you talk? You here in Davos to go to successful?
The nerve of that one guy to say, here's a question from a real journalist, and then to lob a softball. Mate, we know who the real journalists are.